Welcome. You may know the theory I'm doing titled SERVERBLIGHT, but this is actually the first episode. Today we're going to be talking about bots, as they're partly connected to SERVERBLIGHT. I'm being more finally serious. You see, SERVERBLIGHT is simple. If you watch Two Idiot Germans, you probably haven't, then you probably don't know who the hell they are. But if you do know, let me explain. It's a ARG/series made by with the duo. The beginning is simple. It is titled The Empty Server. It begins with a user, Dixbot, who's named Aaron, think what's up Dave, before Gilly Soup, one of the characters that gets back voice to replace as KYS, which is actually a warning to get out while you still can, and classic toxicity. You can't have any nice things. In the episode, we see a person in red orphan and directly wants themselves to be killed. Which, yes, they actually want to die. This is because of the substance. We all know and fear. Now, I'm going to explain how similar these are. So first, they use the same things as the other one. In assimilation, they obviously are... In assimilation, they say the same thing. Which is, we go together, and I'm going fun, and if you're using voice chat, yeah. You're heavy, yeah. This is because in the ARG video, which is the SERVERBLIGHT, you probably know that if you look at Aaron with that voice, he always says the same thing, no matter what. But here's something quite funny. Linking these is pretty easy, but the thing is, they might actually be connected to SERVERBLIGHT. There's one reason. Messages. In SERVERBLIGHT, the empty server, the main antagonist, which is the SERVERBLIGHT itself, says the exact thing as a weird human, saying, I'm having so much fun, which is actually in the first episode, where Johnny Danny accidentally lets it go into a world. Whilst in the second episode, which is actually the SERVERBLIGHT, in the actual SERVERBLIGHT, if you really want to know if the theory is true that these bots are connected somehow to SERVERBLIGHT, I'll give you a quiz. Look at the bots and notice how they always look the same. Now look at the SERVERBLIGHT and their name. Yeah, they're kinda obvious they're SERVERBLIGHT. But they also have different names. In the same way how the SERVERBLIGHT actually is, whereas in the SERVERBLIGHT, the Blight obviously uses a different name. Which is we go for this more. However, if this theory is untrue, how do I even explain it? Well, short term, scam. Yeah, this is obviously a SERVERBLIGHT. Cool. However, here's something quite funny. In assimilation, the episode where we see the Blight. In assimilation, the Blight obviously gets Gilly Soup. And, you know, and in the episode, he says, I'm having so much fun while smashing his head into the room floor. This obviously is pretty funny, but the thing is, this might actually be true. All of this. The accounts and more. There are three types. The common type, the one that begs, and the other one that uses fraudulent. Which is try. If you know what Ultra Kill, or, you know, doesn't matter what else I can say, is, yeah, these are obviously scams. You won't get it. Not only that, but in the actual Serverblight, which is in the empty server, I love plugging. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm meant to do. What am I meant to do here? Of course, Serverblight and this being connected, seems crackhead theory is funny. Furthermore, in a simulation of Buddhism. Now, the bots obviously say the same thing. A lot. So, if you want to know if this is actually true, yeah, well, what do you expect? All the bots are basically Serverblight in the sky. However, don't just go believe that what I'm saying is factually true. Factually true. No, because if you look at Serverblight in a perspective, well, you know what I'm talking about. These bots are all part of Serverblight. From the cosmetics they run to the same thing. In fact, I can actually prove that these are obviously Serverblight bots because of a little weird secret. Look at the bot. Now I'm going to show you something. Of course, a lot of people know what Serverblight is, probably haven't, but if you don't know Serverblight, you're probably haven't. But if you're like me and know Serverblight, well, you know, it is gonna be that's not a good thing. In a simulation, we actually see what the Serverblight does, as it corrupts people. It obviously has these cool little pendulum thingies that I am not even certain what that is. Holy hell, that's disturbing. Now, you may think to yourself, why is this? These are just people who want money. Well, there's a problem. These bots act like they're on Skid Low and or Skid Row, depending on if you know what, depending on what I like to call it. I like to call it Skid Low. We know Skid Row, that's what I like to call it. Not Skid Low, that sounds like Skillow. That was Skadoodle, whatever the fucking plural. But the thing is, all the bots share the exact same thing. The investment bots, they obviously don't do the thing that they're saying. The bots that say that they're gonna give people 100k, well, I don't know if that's true as well. Well, bots would be bots that beg for money, same thing. Overall, I think all these are actually Serverblight. And as you can see by the runtime, which is 9 minutes, I'm probably gonna have to finish at the 10-minute mark. So I'll probably have to stop it really right here. So, bye. Yeah. So, part 2 is coming up soon.